Welcome back to Morning Joe. Live picture of Times Square on a Thursday morning. A number of recent scares, including one in Times Square, reveal a fragile state of the nation on the heels of 3 deadly mass shootings in a week. Here's NBC News correspondent Ann Thompson.
This is America on edge. People running for their lives, terrified it's happening in their town.
I thought I was going to watch my daughter get shot down in front of me.
Workers evacuated at Gannett's Virginia headquarters after a report of a former employee with a gun.
We do have a lot of police now approaching the front of the building.
Authorities found no evidence of violence. But similar scenes across the country. Panic in New York's Times Square. Emma Heaton capturing the moment that set off the stampede.
People were tripping over each other. There were kids on the floor, shoes all over the place.
Seeking safety wherever they could find it. NBC News' Lindsay Wolfson saw the fear firsthand.
The first instinct was, oh my God, this is an attack.
There was no gun, just a motorcycle backfiring, creating chaos at Broadway's To Kill a Mockingbird. Actor Gideon Glick tweeting, "Screaming civilians tried to storm our theater for safety. The audience started screaming and the cast fled the stage. This is the world we live in. This cannot be our world." It is our country. Near Salt Lake City, shoppers ran for cover at West Valley Mall, mistaking a falling sign for gunshots. These preschoolers in San Diego preparing for the real thing. 3- and 4-year-olds in an active shooter drill. The Cold War's duck and cover drills for a nuclear attack replaced by an all-too-real danger.
John Meacham, you've got kids. I've got some too, and it's become a matter of routine from them, as Ann just pointed out, with those 3- and 4-year-olds. And they don't bat an eye. It's what they do. It's like fire drills that we used to have, that they go in and they turn off the lights and they close the blinds and they lock themselves in the closet and hide from a shooter. They practice doing that, and that's just a part of their life. It's the way they're growing up.
It's remarkable, and it is a climate of fear. Fear creates unreason. If you feel you're constantly under threat, it leads to irrational thought, irrational actions. And I think that ultimately what has to happen is the ubiquity of the anxiety is something that has to be dispelled both by word and by deed. It can't simply be a matter of people saying reassuring things. There has to be some sort of policy move that begins to make people feel safer. The first function of government, the most conservative person on the planet will agree with this. The first function of government is security. And right now it's not providing that. And I don't think, this isn't a call for one bill or another bill, but the thing to remember about this is, why let the perfect be the enemy of the good? Right. If some legislation saves one life, that's one life saved.
Well said. We're going to talk much more about this coming up. Earlier this year, Congressman